Breloom is one of the Pokemon that has seriously stood the test of time in competitive singles. Ever since its release in Gen 3, this Pokemon, despite power creep, new competition, and even the introduction of more counterplay to its best tools, Breloom is ranked in OU in most generations. With former competitive mainstays like Tyranitar, Weavile, and Blissey dropping down to the lower tiers, somehow Breloom has outlived all of them and remains OU in Gen 9. Why is that? What is so fundamentally good about this Pokemon? Let's take a look. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more informative content about competitive Pokemon. The biggest thing that has always defined Breloom is its access to the move Spore, one of the best moves in the game. The only sleep move with 100 accuracy. Sleep is the most powerful status effect that can be directly applied. Inaccurate sleep moves like Sleep Powder are strong options despite their risk, because of the extremely high reward of putting an enemy to sleep. Instantly denying a Pokemon from being able to act for multiple turns can basically be seen as a soft KO. In Gen 3, Breloom's debut generation, this Pokemon does not have access to its abilities Poison Heal or Technician yet. It only has Effect Spore, which is a pretty low impact ability. It was just the access to Spore that made this Pokemon so good. Despite very low speed and poor overall stats besides attack, anytime Breloom was in against anything slower, it suddenly got a huge advantage. And after soft KOing an enemy, you have a free opportunity to take advantage of that great attack stat with a big focus punch or sky uppercut. Future generations gave Breloom even more tools. Poison Heal in Gen 4 gave Breloom the ability to run a Toxic Orb and enhance its longevity with massive chip healing and status immunity. And in Gen 5, it got access to Technician, which has since been the preferred choice on offensive sets. Technician increases the power of moves that are below 60 base power by 1.5 times, with access to some great low power moves such as Bullet Seed, Mach Punch, and Rock Tomb to take advantage of this new ability. This was a significant increase to Breloom's offensive damage output. I think it says something that even in Gen 5 OU, a format where sleep is completely banned, Technician Breloom is still used purely for its damage output. The threat of a boosted priority Mach Punch and the breaking potential of Bullet Seed, where each individual hit is boosted by Technician, make Breloom a viable choice even without its classic option Spore. From Gen 6 onwards, sleep is allowed again, and the combination of Spore, which will delete any Pokemon slower than you and give you a free turn, plus the massively increased damage output and wider possible coverage options thanks to Technician, Breloom became a natural choice on offensive teams. New counterplay to Spore was added over the years, such as grass types having an immunity to the move, along with all powder-based moves, and new mechanics like Magic Bounce and Electric Terrain also providing immunity. But it's never been quite enough to affect Breloom's potency as an offensive Pokemon that much. Even in Gen 9, with all the new power creep and the addition of Goldengo, a popular new Pokemon completely immune to all status moves, Breloom remains a fantastic offensive Pokemon. Nothing else in Gen 9 can do what Breloom can, with that combination of a reliable sleep move and high damage output, plus great stab types and coverage options for the metagame. Goldengo cannot switch into this Pokemon that safely. Despite the grass resistance, a Bullet Seed will do considerable chip damage and pop a potential air balloon, and Bulldoze will straight up eliminate Goldengo if their balloon is popped or they don't have one. Potential switch-ins to Breloom, like Corviknight, really don't want to be put to sleep, making Breloom a difficult Pokemon to play around. The threat of sleep will invite the enemy to switch in something immune, or try and get slept on something that they don't need as much, which narrows down their potential options and can be used to your advantage. Terrastalize is a solid new option on Breloom. Terra Blast Fire has been fairly popular, with fire coverage allowing you to now pressure steel types, while gaining resistances to previous weaknesses, like fire and ice. There's also a new item called Loaded Dice that Breloom gets a lot out of. This item will make multi-attacking moves hit at least 4 times, which really increases the consistency of your Bullet Seed. It'll be interesting to see if the metagame catches up to Breloom after all these years with the release of Pokemon Home. There'll be a lot of new options to play with, and maybe Breloom will finally fall down a tier in that new environment. But for now, Breloom remains as potent as ever, with positive traits that have stood the test of time and proven fundamentally good. What do you think of Breloom? Do you find Spore annoying? Do you think it's a nice presence to have in the game that enhances offensive teams? What is your favorite generation to use Breloom in? Mine is Gen 3. Let me know down below in the comments. And thank you for watching. Check out my second channel, where I post ladder gameplay as well as tournament review and commentary. I recently commentated the Gen 3 OU replays from Smogon Premier League, the biggest competitive singles event of the year. Check it out if you want to see my favorite format of all time being played at the highest level. Thank you to the patrons. If you'd like to send me a team to look at in a video, or request a video topic for me to cover, take a look at my Patreon link in the description for more information. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more informative content about competitive Pokemon.
The money got different, 'cause of what I'm spending. The money got different,
Oh, it's
'cause of what
Megaphone!
I'm spending.
Whoa!
The money
KO
got
by one
different,
hit! It
'cause
scattered
of what I'm
spikes!
spending. The money got different.